Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is where we cover just daily topics on X. I keep recording my face. I need a second monitor soon enough or else I'm gonna rip out my hair. And my hair, I don't even have hair. Oh, I tweeted this out a minute ago. Am I dumb or do I not see Canada in here? Breaking. X is the top #1 app in over 140 countries. No other media or platform has the reach of X. There is literally every single country on here but Canada. And that's a problem, is it not? No wonder why everybody is so clueless in this country. They don't have actual good information sources. Like, X is the #1 news source there is. And everybody here is still listening to legacy media. Now, I can't believe I'm going to have to reread this for the third time. Justin Trudeau. By the way, everybody, good news, everybody. Our tariffs are paused for another month because Justin Trudeau actually did his job and decided to have a call with President Trump. Not 3 weeks. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Not 3 weeks ago when literally for the past 3 weeks, our whole country has been nonstop talking about this issue, and it's been stressing people out. It's been causing people a lot of harm in their life because they're scared. So on the last day, Trudeau finally gave a call to Trump. Congratulations. And with that call, Trudeau is announcing a border plan of $1.3 billion. He's sending new choppers, new technology, and personnel to enhance coordination with our American partners and increase resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel will be protecting the border. In addition, Canada is making new commitments to appointing fentanyl Caesar and basically giving them $200 million in backing. Proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days while we work together. Call government back. We won an election. Good boy. Now behave yourself. Now, I can't believe this. It was so simple from the get-go, but he somehow managed to drag it on and somehow make him look good. But, you know, that's politics for you. So, good job, Trudeau. What we've been saying for the past 3 weeks, you finally did. Canada is objectively broken. Quality of living index. 2013, 5th in the world. 2024, 33rd in the world. Wow, we're going to have to give this video a watch.
Canada is objectively broken. In 2013, this once great country was ranked 5th in the world for quality of living. However, fast forward a single decade and we've plummeted to number 33 on the list. Unfortunately, it seems like the country's decline has only just begun. For instance, the OECD predicts that Canada will be the worst performing advanced economy in the world for the next 4 decades straight. The average citizen pays roughly 50% in taxes. Our healthcare system just ranked 10th out of 10. We're sitting on one of the largest housing bubbles in history, with prices projected to rise another 20% over the next 2 years, and food banks can hardly keep up with the increasing number of people who can't afford to feed themselves. I do not advocate for hopelessness. However, if we have any shot at fixing the problems this country is facing, it first requires us taking an accurate view of just how bad things are. Destruction is always quicker than growth, and if Canada's current government is able to continue operating like a wrecking ball for another year and a half, we'll be adding decades to our recovery.
So, it's already four decades to get us out of, like, this mess that's been put onto us. And because I already filmed this part of the video, I Googled how long a decade is, because, to be honest, I forgot. But 10 years. So 40 years it's going to take to get us out right now. That's astonishing. Yeah, what he said. Wake up, Canada. Let's, like, wake up, Canada. People need to get on X. People need to start listening to some real news. Watch. The White House just released a new video listing President Trump since taking office. Spoiler, it's a lot.
We are 2 weeks in, and President Trump is already delivering big wins for the American people. Let's go through the facts. On the border, President Trump declared a national emergency, deployed the military, ended catch and release, and reinstated Remain in Mexico. And already, illegal crossings are down 95%. We are resuming construction of the border wall, and Colombia's president is now offering his own plane for deportation of illegal Colombian immigrants. On the economy and energy, President Trump unleashed American energy, declared a national energy emergency, and killed Joe Biden's radical electric vehicle mandate. Wall Street is booming, AI investments skyrocketed to $500 billion, and there's $20 billion flowing into U.S. data centers across our country. President Trump is restoring law and order. He labeled the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and he is deporting criminal illegal aliens, and he signed the Laken Riley Act into law. Draining the swamp, President Trump signed more than 45 executive orders. DEI has been purged from the government and our military, and lazy federal workers have been ordered back to the office. And when it comes to free speech and transparency, President Trump took 12 times more press questions than Joe Biden did in a week, reinstated 440 silenced journalists to the press room, and ended government censorship. Promises made, promises kept, and we're just getting started.
There you have it. Team Canada. So this is Justin Trudeau's ego. It's a verified account. Basically, it's just a bunch of jokes on this account. Well, jokes, but it's a reality. Team Canada successfully avoided 25% tariffs that would have ruined this country, but everyone seems to have forgotten about the 20% carbon tax increase on April 1st. If you take a Team Canada approach against that, I'll freeze your bank accounts and trample you with horses, says Justin Trudeau's ego. There we have it. Trump is, they made a deal. That's it. Like, they made a deal. Mexico is going to start doing some things to help the States. And basically Canada also. So, Trump won. Premier Lagulte, when questioned about pipelines following announcement of a 30-day suspension of tariffs, stated that there is no intentions of reviving the Energy East project, which a lot of people don't even know why it's so important. I'll tell you guys why after this video.
If during your discussions today, the issues of pipelines came up, and whether Quebec would now support either an Energy East or some other kind of pipeline that would take Alberta oil out to markets other than the U.S.
Yeah. Of course, right now, there's no social acceptability for this kind of project right now in Quebec. But, of course, situation, the economy, and what Mr. Trump is doing.
Like, if somebody can't speak fluently, they're trying to hide something. Like, you can just tell that
may change the situation in the future.
Look, with his hands, he's trying to convince. Like, it's
So
literally
if
politics
there's
101.
a
They're
social
avoiding
acceptability.
social acceptability. Again, who the hell invented that?
We will be
What is that?
open to these kind of
Social acceptability. The reason why I'm getting mad at this is because they're talking about the pipeline, okay? So, you know how Canada exports all of their oil to the U.S., basically? Yeah. Because our oil exports from Alberta, and there's only one pipeline from Alberta to the U.S. And then the U.S. sends our oil back to Canada because it gets refined in the U.S. So we have no pipeline that goes east to Canada. So basically Alberta to Ontario to Quebec. We don't even, our oil comes from Alberta, goes to the US, and then goes to the east to Ontario. It doesn't go from Alberta to Ontario, it goes, there's a middleman, and the middleman is the US. So, social acceptability or accountability, what does that even mean? Give us a pipeline so we could stop giving our oil to the US and then the US giving our oil back. Like, it makes no freaking sense. These politics, man, I'm so through up. We need some common sense in Canada. We need some freaking common sense. Mark Kenney is on CNN speaking about Canada, not elected, not in parliament, not the PM. He describes differences. Let's give this a look.
President Trump keeps bringing up the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state of the United States. Listen to what Prime Minister Trudeau told me on this show last month about that notion.
Canadians are incredibly proud of being Canadian.
No.
One of the ways we define ourselves most easily is, well, we're not American. There is such a depth of pride that that's not actually an issue.
Kind of a curious answer. I don't define myself as not being Phil Mattingly. How do you define being Canadian, and what did you make of Trudeau's comment?
Well, I think there's many differences between our two great nations. One of them is that Canada's a mosaic, the U.S. is a melting pot. Canada puts greater weight on social services, on healthcare, protecting each other. Canada has different ties. We have deep, deep ties with the United Kingdom through the Commonwealth. We have deep ties.
Our healthcare is a mess. We don't have deep ties with Europe. We don't even...
Through Europe. We have a different approach to international relations. We're not the superpower.
We don't even trade with Europe.
So we are quite different, but
our trading partner is only the U.S.
America. We love Americans. This is, as I say, one of the greatest relationships in the world. We want it to continue, but if it's changing, we too will change. And I would say, if I can, Jake, I would say the mood of the country has moved from one of confusion to a sense of betrayal, and now very much to a sense of resolve. And the resolve from Canadians is if the U.S. has changed, if it's changed its priorities, how the U.S. is going to treat us, we'll move.
Okay. Well, I was going to end the video there, but there's a second left. He says, we'll move forward. Living in Canada. Just another day of Canada. Jagmeet Singh. It's always a blast when he tweets. Donald Trump has made it clear. This isn't about the border. It's not about a trade deficit. It's about making Canada the 51st state. This is a threat on our sovereignty. Canadians will stand strong. I will not surrender our water, our healthcare, our values to Donald Trump. What the heck? Literally tweeted this out of nowhere. It's literally about the drugs and the border, you effing moron. You're not actually so stupid. I agree with this reply. Tweeted by Mr. Sunshine Baby. That covers that. Good reply. Elon Musk tweeted this out.
Don't consider that they work for the U.S.
You're now the head of USAID. The head of Doge, Elon Musk, called USAID a criminal organization and added that it is time for it to die. Do you agree with that?
They have basically evolved into an agency that believes that they're not even a U.S. government agency, that they are a global charity, that they take the taxpayer money and they spend it as a global charity, irrespective of whether it is in the national interest or not in the national interest. One of the most common complaints you will get if you go to embassies around the world from State Department officials and ambassadors and the like is USAID is not only not cooperative, they undermine the work that we're doing in that country. They are supporting programs that upset the host government for whom we're trying to work with on a broader scale and so forth. So they're completely unresponsive. They just don't consider that they work for the U.S. They just think they're a global entity and that their master is the globe and not the United States. And that's not what the statute says, and that's not sustainable.
Can it be reformed, or does it need to die?
Well, that was always the goal, was to reform it. But now we have rank insubordination. Now we have basically an active effort where their basic attitude is, we don't work for anyone. We work for ourselves. No agency of government can tell us what to do. So the president made me the acting administrator. I've delegated that power to someone who's there full time, and we're going to go through the same process at USAID as we're going through now at the State Department. I think there are some, this is not about getting rid of foreign aid. There are things that we do through USAID that we should continue to do that makes sense. And we'll have to decide, is that better through the State Department, or is that better through something, a reformed USAID? That's the process we're working through. There are things that are happening at USAID that we should not be involved in funding.
There we have it there. Point, it's clear as day. Clear as day. He's literally the new acting head of USAID, and he's saying that there was things that shouldn't be there. Boom. So case closed. He's right. Alrighty, boys. That is all we have it for today's episode. I really want to know your thoughts, your opinions down below in the comments. Yeah, I want to know how I can improve these episodes, so please give me your opinions down below. I'll leave it here. There's nothing really else I want to say, but that poll where there's 150 countries and Canada is not one of them, on what is literally proven to be the best news source in the entire world, and Canada is like not even there. It is what it is. We're gonna get through this together, boys, and yeah, hopefully you guys have a nice day, great rest of your night, if it's night, I don't know. But yeah, peace out, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the next update, and love you guys.